Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So, we got the LeSean McCoy news yesterday. We reported it on YouTube pretty quickly, at least my takes on what that means for LeSean McCoy at that point, just a free agent cut, right, by the Bills, but really what it meant for the backfield in Devin Singletary being an absolute monster lock in the 5th, 6th round. Really, you should get him in the 6th if you want to reach for him even more. The people in the mentions yesterday, and not many, very small percentage as always, saying that this is going to be a running back by committee because there was some coach speak on that with 36-year-old Frank Gore. That's funny. That's really, really funny. Like, you think that they cut LeSean McCoy to do a running back by committee. No. Devin Singletary is going to be the guy. Maybe not fully week 1 or 2, but he will be the guy that you want in fantasy. Frank Gore, 36 years old, playing in Buffalo now, going to be an absolute pile of dust. He's gonna get the ball, he's gonna run, and he's just gonna freeze, and then he's gonna just vanish into dust because that's what he is. But let's talk about the news for LeSean McCoy now joining Kansas City and what this means for pretty much some positives in terms of players that I think are going to get become cheaper in drafts and cheaper and easier to get for trades, for free agency in your leagues, but really more so what it means for the entire backfield of the Chiefs. The main players here being obviously LeSean McCoy, being Damian Williams, and being Darwyn Thompson, the rookie running back. We won't talk about Darrell Williams. He's now the 4th string, who I don't think is going to be valuable at all in this backfield as he was the number 3 running back. Carlos Hyde clearly cut. Carlos Hyde now in Texas with the Texans, which is interesting that McCoy didn't go there, but either way, they're both dust. So, starting with McCoy, a guy who before he got cut was getting drafted in the 8th round, and you know if you watched my video last week, before he even got cut, we were saying that he probably would get cut, or at least we were thinking he might get cut, in that he's a dust pick in the 8th round. You still, in my opinion, should not be drafting LeSean McCoy. If you do, get him in the last round, pick him up on the waivers if you have a bench spot opened. You don't want to be holding a backup quarterback or tight end and you want McCoy. Okay, fine. I still don't want 31-year-old LeSean McCoy. Now, going from Buffalo where it's freezing and your offense isn't the greatest, although I'm higher on that offense than many people, to Kansas City, the pretty much best offense in the entire league. Schemes for the running backs very nicely in the pass catching game. It is a huge upgrade, and I noticed that and I recognize that. But I still don't think this is a spot where LeSean McCoy is getting any really significant work in this offense. I'm still not interested in having LeSean McCoy on my roster. There's no interest there. If you're still drafting him in drafts and you're still drafting by the time you see this video, don't draft LeSean McCoy. Let other suckers take him. Like, the best thing here for LeSean McCoy is that he sees, I don't know, five touches a game with Damian Williams and Darwyn Thompson going to get work as well. 5 touches a game. Maybe he gets closer to 10 some weeks, but I don't think it lasts that long. This guy is not just bad because of that Bills offense last year and because of his injuries, which those are going to carry over this year on another year of an aging body at 31 years old. He is not Adrian Peterson. He's not to an extent Frank Gore, right, in terms of playing this long. He is a guy who, more so than average, is going to be that average back who breaks down by 30. We already saw it last year. And he's just lost all that cut on a dime, Shady McCoy burst. I have no interest in drafting him in this offense that is now sort of a 3 backfield that a lot of people are going to think is a 3 backfield. I think LeSean McCoy, like they said, they're going to take a peek at him and then sign him, is going to be a guy that they see what they can get out of him in certain situations. A veteran, really, maybe for a Darwyn Thompson, bring him in. And that's really it. No interest in McCoy. The ADP is in the 8th round as of a couple of days ago because of just this news has not yet reflected the market, I don't believe, but I wouldn't be drafting him. Damian Williams is a guy who's been getting drafted mid-second round, high second round, and there was a lot of hype on him. I did not have this much hype. I have not. I've had hype in Darwyn Thompson, the rookie. He is probably now going to crash to the 3rd round where he belongs because of this news, maybe even the late 3rd round, early 4th. I think that's a little bit too late for Damian Williams, a guy that they signed to a 2-year deal last year after he was doing very, very well. This offense is very friendly for his capabilities. I just am now somebody who was already low on him, and now I'm kind of sad because he's going to drop to a 3rd or 4th round pick where I valued him at, but now he's going to go there since this McCoy news where people were overspending on him, and I was able to get better backs or better picks since they were overspending on players like Damian Williams and some other in those ranges. So with that said, Damian Williams for me is now just a neutral play. If I see him in the 3rd or 4th round, I'll take my chances on him because that's where I would have taken him anyways. So the fact that he's now going there is okay to me. But if people are taking him in the 2nd and 3rd round, early 3rd, 2nd at any point, I'm no interest. I haven't had interest this all off season. Nothing has really made me want to have interest there, especially when you have a fact that Darwyn Thompson, the rookie running back, already kind of became the 2nd. He jumped Carlos Hyde, he got cut. He jumped Darrell Williams, and he's starting to take all of the goal line carries was Darwyn Thompson during the preseason. And then he was taking half of the first team snaps with Damian Williams all of practice the last 1 to 2 weeks. That's worrisome to own Damian Williams, your second round pick that might be in a running back by committee and get jumped by this rookie. And now we add in the recent news of LeSean McCoy. It makes me not really want Damian Williams unless I'm somehow getting him in the 4th round, which I doubt I do, but I'm fine not getting to him. Lastly, the guy that I really want to talk about and I'm most excited for, Darwyn Thompson this preseason. Not only was the guy pretty good in his limited, not pretty good, but good in his limited preseason run, He had a great camp. Like we just said, he jumped Carlos Hyde. He jumped Darrell Williams. He went from running back 4 or 5 to start camp after being drafted to now running back 2. And I still think he's running back 2. I think McCoy is going to be the number 3 running back on this team. And he was going in the 7th round now. Early 7th round. Like the hype, look at this. From August 12th, which was 3 weeks ago, when you could get him in the 14th round for free. All the hype coming out of my videos, out of everybody's videos on the internet that covered preseason, which is very few people covering it pretty good. Less than 3 weeks, 18 days to be exact. He goes from a 14th round pick for a free agent pretty much to now a 7th round early pick. I love this news of LeSean McCoy coming. He is going to drop now, probably back to like the 10th or 11th round, and you're going to get Darwyn Thompson, who I believe at some point this season is going to be the number 1 running back on this team. McCoy, I don't think lasts there that long. I don't think he has a big role. Damian Williams, I do not believe. I think Damian Williams is a very good back, but I think Darwyn Thompson is going to have the ability to jump him just based on the overall signs that we're already seeing. Goal line work is going to Darwyn Thompson. That's a huge plus for fantasy and real life success in terms of predicting what you are going to do on this team. You're going to be on the field a lot. Goal line work usually translates to 3rd down back rolls, short distance rolls, which usually if you can catch and pass protect like Thompson can, puts you into that 1 and 2 spot as well for 1st and 2nd down. So lots of interest in Darwyn Thompson. The fact that he was moving into the 7th round, I had less interest around him, honestly, even though he's one of my favorite running backs, him, Devin Singletary, which great news for Singletary recently. The fact that he's going to go now into the I don't think he'll get picked in the 9th round. McCoy's just going to overcast him. People are going to overreact to this. I think he gets picked in the 10th, 11th round. If you're getting him that late, take Darwyn Thompson. In a dynasty league, take this man. He will be the starting running back probably next year if he stays healthy. I have all the interest in the world in him. I think he's going to be jumping Damian Williams at some point this year. He will be on the field this year, frequently, especially around the goal line. So Darwyn Thompson is the biggest benefit from this, believe it or not. People are going to say he's actually getting hurt from this. I think if you're drafting him in season longs and now instead of the 7th round, you're getting him in the 10th or 11th round, I think that's a benefit. It's going to hurt Damian Williams, who's now, in my opinion, was getting drafted in the 2nd round as a 2nd round back. I thought that was way too much. He's going to go now to the 3rd or 4th round. It hurts me because I wasn't drafting him at all, and I had him as an overvalue, and other donkeys were taking him. And then LeSean McCoy, nothing changes. I don't think he has a big enough role in this offense unless an injury occurs, and we obviously can't predict that right now. So that's a quick video on these Chiefs updates in the backfield with the LeSean McCoy news. If you had any value from this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, join the community here. I appreciate it. I have some free strategy guides down below for fantasy, daily fantasy, and things like that. I have an NFL course down below for fantasy football. You can check that out. Help you out a ton for daily fantasy and just season-long fantasy. And then I also have a Patreon page down below. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Twitter @SalVetriDFS. Appreciate your time. Thank you all so much. NFL is here. My name's Sal. You already know that. Peace out, gang.
Hey, hold up. 1 second. Check out this page. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, all right? And if you're interested in Patreon, if you're not already a Patreon, you can hit that button on Patreon, become a Patreon, it will take you right there. You can also check me out on Twitter @SalVetriDFS. And hey, if you're interested, this next video that's about to pop up, why don't you check it out as well. See ya.